Okay, so this is the box that I am making. Unfortunately, I've lost some of the footage, so you're kind of starting halfway through, but I'm hoping I explain everything well. So it's just a box, it's got a bit on the bottom. Oops, it's got a handle on the top. And it just opens up like that. And this is the first part of the project, because I will be making obviously something to go in the box. So, want to know how I made it? Let's find out. Okay, so today I'm making a box with a lid. And unfortunately, when I was filming, I lost all the footage. So, cool, isn't it? Bright, dark. Sorry. Yeah, so when I was filming, I lost the first footage, and so now I'm going to have to explain this as best as I can. Obviously, there'll be something inside of the box. So, to make it easier for everyone, the US and the UK, I have just cut down all my grey board, chipboard, matting board, everything to 11 by 8, because that both the UK and the US sizes of A4 will fit into an 11 by 8. So the base of the box, it's not so much the sizes, it's how I'm putting this together. So you need two bases, and they are going to be 6 by 5.5 inches. So you need 2 of these 6 by 5.5 inches. Next, you're going to need 2 pieces that are obviously 6 by 6 3/4. Then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 6 3/4 by, let me get this right, 5 1/4. Now I'm going to show you on the lid. So you need 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of these. You then need 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, and 2 pieces that are 6 by 3 1/4. Now I'm going to show you on the lid how to put the box together. So as you can see, I have put some hinges, some construction pieces on the side, and I've butted them right up to the edge of the base. At least they should be. Okay, next. Coffee, sorry. New craft room, not used to where things are. Okay, so you're going to take your, and bear in mind this is in the box, this is this piece, this longer piece, and on the this don't want to come off, yeah, on the base I'm going to take off I have double-sided sticky tape on it. It's actually mobile phone tape, simply because I find it stronger. It's a bit wibbly wobbly, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to then put the 6-inch piece on top. By the way, this is 2mm grey board. Okay, so I've butted it right up to the edge of the edge there, so it's level, and then on top, it's on top of the base. And I'm just going to lift that up. Where is that? There it is. I'm going to lift this up. First of all, I'm going to make sure that it's all creased in that way. Then I'm going to do the same to the opposite side. So the 6-inch piece again, you'll notice this is a slightly different colour because I made a mistake and had to cut a piece out of just a little spare piece that I had. It's still 2mm, it's still grey board, it's just a different density grey board, but that's not going to make any difference, I hope. Now the principle of this will go to any box, obviously, and if you prefer someone else's method of box making, please follow their tutorials, not mine, because I don't really do tutorials. I just do, look what I'm doing today. Okay, so we put the two edges on and they will sit on top of the baseboard. So I don't know if you see, they'll be on top. So this is the base. And they are on top of the base. Wasn't that fun? Okay, next I'm going to need the 5 1/4 sides. Now you could make this where the box is much taller and you make a bigger lid to sit over. I actually have done it so that the lid, there's an inset piece inside, so that the box sits, the box lid goes over it. It is a palaver to make. If I ever make another box like this with the inserts that I'm going to make, I'm going to make it so that the box is taller and the lid will fit over the top of the box rather than sit flush with the top, with the bottom of the box. Yeah, because it was too much hassle. Okay, so for your next trick, where's my little bits? There we go. Right, I'm going to take some, now I'm using paper and double-sided sticky tape, as I said, mobile phone repair tape, because it's heat resistant and fun. And I want to measure, well, I know that these are 3 1/4 inches, but I can't be bothered to. Okay, I'm even saving these little bits because they might be useful. I did use construction tape when I first made the first box. Construction tape is wonderful. It sticks anything together, but it does not stick upon itself. It does not, and this is, I think it's Claire Cherville's My Creative Spirit, I think it is, she sells it. It's bloody brilliant stuff. It doesn't stick to itself, so if you put the sticky side on top of the shiny non-sticky side, it won't stick, and you can't glue it. You can't glue something on top of it. You can't put double-sided sticky tape and stick it on top of it. Nothing I have found works. So it wasn't any good for this project because I am going to be sticking panels on here. Now, if you can be very, very, very neat with tape, you could put the panels on first, your decorative panels, paper, and then use the tape to go over it. But you'd have to make sure that it's all neat and equal, and I'm not that neat. Sorry. Okay. next, on my 5-inch pieces, 5¼ inch pieces, I'm going to stick these right along the edge, and notice they are this way because they are going inside. So I'm going to do that to both of these, and won't that be fun to watch? Oh dear, it's been about 3 years since I've had a craft, proper paper crafting time, possibly more than 3 years. And my crafting muscles are a bit, it would have if I put my glasses on. I mean, my glasses on, but they're on top of my head rather than than over my eyes, which is not the best idea, to be honest. Makes me laugh. I've been watching videos that, like I said, I haven't done paper crafting. It's probably more than 3 years. It's a lot more than that because I packed away my stuff before I moved out my first house. I didn't do any paper crafting while I lived in the bungalow, and I've been here not long. We're talking minimum 3 years. It's probably a lot more than that. Coffee. My daughter bought me this because my kitchen is sort of bee themed. Okay. Next I want to right, next I want to put tape here. I'm running out of there is a reason for me doing it this way. It just makes it a little bit neater. Oh, I think I've got one left. I'm going to have to make some more construction strips. There is a method to my madness, and a definite madness to my method. These, I've just got a jar back here that everything that I'm using at the moment, I'm saving in there, like the tools that I'm using, and simply because I'm a messy crafter and I lose things. Okay, is that the right one? Yes, it is. Okay, so next I'm going to release the tape backing. So my bin is full of construction tape, my Creative Spirit construction tape, because I made the box and the lid, and then I didn't want to, because I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't use the construction paper. I don't know if it's changed actually, it might have changed, but because I couldn't use it the way I wanted it, and I didn't want to waste my my precious grey board, because I haven't bought grey board in years, so I haven't got an awful lot of it left. I kind of tend to buy in bulk, like a couple of 100 sheets of it, and I do buy 1 mil or 1.5 mil, and I do buy 3 mil, but to be honest, 2mm thickness is what I use most. Right, these have to go on the bottom of the smaller flaps, not the base. Okay, and I'm going to just put this together, spreading glue everywhere, because that's the way I roll. That's good. And the reason I've done that is simply because I'm now going to put in the smaller sides. And I also do this because it's easier to, it's really hard with construction tape or any kind of like sticky tape to get these inside edges done without making a mess. It's really easy with paper construction tape. Right, so I'm just going to take off I am going to take off the double-sided sticky tape backing. Okay, let's take off this one too. I'm going to do the proper way and use my... Right. And I'm going to glue these. I'm going to put glue on this. So I haven't used this glue in like 3 years at least. And I opened it up and it was fine. It might be a little bit thicker than it used to be. But tacky glue tends to be thicker in it. That's why it's tacky glue. It's a thicker consistency. Okay, so this is going on top of the baseboards, but in between these edges, the longer edges. So it's going on top. As you can see, I've got the shakes, and that's going there. And then I'm lining it up so that it's on the inside of these boards. Oh, you go there, but there we go. Okay. Same for this side, and that's how this box was made. I don't usually... Sorry, I'm just making sure that it is going to fit exactly. It's going to be beautiful. I say that now and it's going to go all wrong. You watch. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to put this side on. Right, and now I can give it a really good varnish all the way around. So I'm using the double-sided sticky tape. It's not the best quality. It's a simple finger lift tape for most of it, and the mobile phone. The mobile phone tape's pretty good, I must admit, but I've also used other double-sided sticky tapes. And they're not the best quality. They are there for an instant fix. It's the glue that's going to be holding this together. So now I have to put in my construction tape strips here and here, as I did here. So I haven't put the bottom in yet. Oh dear, 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 dear. Right, how many construction strips have I got left? Is this the small side? This is the small side. Will I be able to get a bit in here? So remember, these, you don't measure it the full width, you measure it from the inside on the smaller side. So that's going here. And let's get another one. Not big enough. This will be big enough. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, the reason I'm cutting over that side off camera is because that's where my bin is. Right, let's get these folded out that way. Did I not? What did I do? I don't know what I did. I really don't. Oh, hold on a minute. Was that that was the right size? I'm going mad, people. Sorry. I'm going more mad. Okay. Ba-da-dum. And after I finish this, I'll be putting the outside the outside corners on here, and that'll just be like that. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to do the top because if you just do, you'll get little edges which you'll have to cover in. You colour in with a black pen or something, and I find that incredibly annoying. So I'll show you how to hopefully stop that from happening, and it is easy, and you might know how to do it already, but I'll show you how to make it look a little bit neater without much effort. And no black pen. Well, you might still need a black pen here and there because if you're like me, you're not perfect. Okay, let's get some glue on these. Better too big than too small though, because if it's too small, it's no good. Okay, sides, and remember when you do the sides to make sure that you're, so you can see this is the smaller end and it's inset in between the two larger sides. So you've got to make sure that when you put your outer tape bits on, this is really nice and tight. Just checking my microphone after all this. Right, coffee. And then we need strips. That will be, let's get some of these shorter ones because they'll do. Oh yeah, they'll do. Okay, there's one long one. That one's too short. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Line it up on the non-sticky side, get it all lined up, make sure that's all tucked in tight. So I think I made 44 of these, and that I think I'll be using the last of them, but that did make 2 boxes and lids. Okay, so now the trick for making sure that everything is covered. So I start on the longer edge, get my strips ready, mitre my edge, and then cut off the very point like so. Measure that from the outside edge of the box so that it goes right to the outer edge. And the same, cut it straight. And then when you miter it, leave a little tiny straight bit there, like that. It doesn't need to be quite that much. Okay, next, on your, so this is 2mm thick, so I'm going to, from one of the straight edges, I'm going to cut in about 2mm. Like that. See if I can get it like that. And I'm going to do the same to this side. So on the same side, the same flap, from that edge, cut in about 2mm and cut it off. So I've got this. Okay, so the flap where I didn't cut anything off, that's going on the outside. Okay. So let's get that done. Get my tape backing off. Stick a load of glue on it, so that gives me a little bit of wiggle room, wiggle time. So that goes up against your box, so that what you'll end up with is it's covered to the edge, but you can still see there's the little bits you made, the little tabs you made, and it's covered the edge. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the other side. Cut my 20 off. Measure from the outside of the box, which should be the full 6 inches. Cut it straight. And when you miter it, leave a flat bit at the edge. I hope that's quite clear. Okay, in 2mm, cut it off, in 2mm, and cut it off. Hello, Barkley. Hello, Cinnamon. Okay, they're all coming to visit me now. Okay, if you do it this way, when you do the shorter edges, you don't need to measure to the outside. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. This does not want to stick down. It's because it's quite hot and humid out today. Okay. Larger side, larger side. There we go. So, this side. That won't fit. This will. Okay. So this side I just got to do normally. No fluffing around. know, I do like a bit of a flap. Right, that's not sticking, get down. Trouble is, see, the dog's barking, which might make you assume that there's someone at the door. But not necessarily. Nope, nobody there. Right, where was I? Yes. Okay, let's cut this one down. Now I do have a bit of a gap this side, and that's bothering me slightly. I'm hoping that will just cover it up. Bring it down a bit. Oh, I think I've just got away with that. I'm going to put a little bit of... Typical, isn't it? This side, and it's this side that I cocked up on. This is the side that gives you no hassles and is easy to work with, apparently. And the lid of the box, which will fit on here perfectly. Ta-da! Okay, I have to finish off my side bits here. Nice and neat. No cardboard showing at the edges. Oh, I've missed crafting. So how to prove how inept you are in 50 different ways. Alright, that's got a little bit of a ding ding there. A little bit of a bit sticking out right there. So I'm just going to cut that off. Bing! Okay, I do have to put the paper in the bottom. But that's easy, sort of. Sort of. I'm going to do that and that. And I'm going to say, right, I'm going to cut that up there. And then there. No, there. Right. And instead of fast forwarding this, I'm going to have a complaint. This is not that old, maybe 5 years old, 5, 6 years old, maybe. I bought it brand new. Ooh, it's got a crack in the middle. Best ever paper trimmer because of this. And this arched bit here and the way it all sits, it cuts straight and true. It's flipping brilliant. So why am I complaining, you may ask? Well, Fiskars, in their wisdom, have decided in 2022 to stop making this. So 3 years after I bought it. In 2023, they stopped making the blades. Now, I thought that there is a rule, especially because, you know, we're all green now and everything, that spare parts and bits like this have to be made for 8 years minimum after the discontinuation of the product. Fiskars did it for a year. You cannot get this. This is a blade style K. You cannot get it anymore. And as you can't get this, I'm assuming you can't get the... There's a black one which does scoring. And you can't get it anymore. And I think that is dire. I think that's mean and horrible. Right, I'm going to do this at 6.5. And yes, I think they should be forced to make a whole batch of these. I know that they are 5.5. I know that they are expensive to make because of the whole... I'll show you. She says, not being... Usually this... Come on. Doesn't want to come off today. Can you see? It's a curve and the blade is right on this edge, so you can see exactly where it's cutting. On the others, the blade goes over between here and a flat bit here, and the blade goes in the middle, and you can't actually see where the blade is cutting. And this has got this amazing little bit here where on here it's got a little arrow, so if you want to cut up to somewhere, there's an arrow which precisely shows you where you're cutting to. Genius bit of kit. Best thing Fiskars ever made. And this is why I'm complaining, because, you know, they decided not to make it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm most upset. So, Fiskars, your horrible company. I'm never buying anything off of you again, ever. That is it. I am done. I'm disappointed. And I know that it's not going to matter that one person decides that Fiskars has betrayed me. But I am fed up with big companies making money out of people. So for me to get, you know, to enjoy Fiskars, I would have to buy a whole new scoreboard and whole new blades. And that to me is unacceptable. So there, no, Fiskars, I don't like you anymore. And no matter how good your products are, that is it for me. I will find another product that is just as good. And the thing is, here's the other thing. I don't know whether Fiskars knows about this, but they probably do. For all other Fiskars paper trimmers, you can get replacement blades, knockoff replacement blades, which are like a quarter of the price of what Fiskars charges. You can't get knockoff K style blades, which is slightly annoying. So there you go. There's my dig at Fiskars. I think you've done us wrong. And I think you need to apologise and bring back K blades, because they're blinking brilliant. Okay, I am going to be cleaning up my scissors and such like. Just these wipes. They don't get the sticky off, but they help loosen it. yeah, so all I do to, and I've shown this before, I extend out a blade and I just scrape it off. Not forgetting those bits of the blade very carefully. And this is just the adhesive from the double-sided sticky tape, that's all it is. Okay. Apologise for that scraping sound. Okay, I'll clean very carefully with the blade away from me. So the blade was this side. All clean. Right, so now I have to make the insert. For the box. What this does also, doing it this way, is I can make this as tall as I like. So if I wanted it out here and have a huge tall box, I can. There's nothing stopping me because I've got a good, or you could make it a lot smaller and just have a really tiny bit showing here. Okay, just have a tiny bit here. The construction of this, the inner, is slightly different to the actual construction of the box. So once again, I have got my papers, my card. So this is 1 mil. I do believe this is mount board. And it's nice and thick and it's really good. You could also use a cereal packet. That's about the same. Now what I have to do, as I said before, is measure the inside of this, minus a little bit, because not only has it got this paper on, it's going to have more paper keeping this together. Looking for my so the smaller edge is 5 1/4, but if I do it here, it's 5 1/8. So, and this has got to fit inside, so I think I'm going to do these ones at 5 and these ones at 5 and 5/8. I think 5 5/8. Five and 5/8. Is this what I'm really doing? So that's 5 3/4. I'm doing it 5 5/8. 5 5/8, and this is how you measure it. So measure in the corners the full length. Bear in mind you can have paper on it as well. So I'm going to give it a little bit of give. Yeah, 5/8 and a bit. I think that should be enough. And then this side gets to be, what did I say? So it has to be this minus that. I'm going to have it at 5. I'm going to have this one at 5. I swear that dog. One day there's going to be someone at the door and I'm not going to check. And I'm going to miss something important. Okay, so this time she was right. But that's a rarity. I know what this is. This is my takeaway containers with lids. Absolutely brilliant. Essential for batch cooking and freezing, craft and sorting, little thing holdings. I've forgotten again now. It's 5 1/4. It's not 5 1/8. Right. So I just cut that to the I'm an idiot. 5 3/4, so we're going to do 5 5/8. 5 5/8 plus a tiny little bit. Which is basically 14.5 centimetres. There we go. So this has got a little tiny bit of wiggle room. This is going to be jam-packed in there when the other side is on. So now I did one at 14.5 centimetres. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I don't know anymore. I can't remember. Does that look about right? Drop your lid. That was exactly right. Okay. This one. 5 1/8. Okay. Thank you, Barclay. Oh, good grief. I don't know why this is out of focus, but it's annoying me. There's nothing here that... Hello. Focus. Focus. Keep focusing. Keep focusing. Keep focusing. Ta-da! It still looks out of focus to me. Okay, so these are going to be put together in the same fashion as the box in that the wider ones will go on the outer edge and these ones slip inside, so they rest inside. Okay, so these will both be inside the wider, like so. See, inside. So with that in mind, I've got two. I'm not going to have enough. I've got to make some more strips. Okay, large piece. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, make sure that's not flashing. Nope. Okay, we need 4 strips. I don't know where my pen is. Oh, there it is. One. And I accidentally used my thick card to make these, which is really annoying because the thicker card is really good for paper, making the pages of anything, obviously because it's thick. I'm tired, okay? I don't sleep well. On the outer edge, just turn it around so that I can see it. I'm going to lay this and yeah, that is right. Do that to both of the larger pieces. Okay, release the tape backing. This may go all peaked on, okay? It may go incredibly wrong. Got it. But we shall see how it goes. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I have to try all over again. Oh, aren't I optimistic? Right, okay. Remembering that this then goes on the top. I know it's only thin, but it is important. 1, 2. So you get the tiniest little gap there. And then this one. And pop it on top. Now you could keep this white if you wanted, but I am going to cover this and make it black. If you were keeping it white, you might be able to get away with keeping it like this, and then if you didn't mind having the raw reg here. Okay, next. Bin. My bin is getting rather full. Once again, I'm going to lay this on top. There we go. Well, that's the lid of me glue gone. Straight into me bin. Okay, so now that you know that this goes on top of this one, this goes on top of that one, and then that goes on top of that one, and you don't need anything decorating the inside, so you don't need the boxes. Now then, let's see if this fits. It should. It should. Where's my short sides? This length, this side here is slightly too long by the looks of it. Yes, it's come up there. And the thing is, I have to get more paper in there, so that has been that's a crow laughing at me. I don't like, you see that little bow gap there? So that one's okay. That one's okay. That one's just a little bit bowed. Bowed. Yeah, this one is a bit bowed. So, and I like it to be a bit less than that. So this one's easy. I just cut a tiny bit off. So this one, take that off there, take off a tiddle, like that. Right, I'm going to try that first. See if I need to take the bit off the other side. Plenty of glue, and then do the same as before. Oh, it moved. Right, I'm going to wait for that to dry, because obviously I haven't got the instant grab of the double-sided sticky tape like that can come off. You don't want any bits sticking out. Okay, so here we go again. In, let's see how this one works out now. Better, good fit. I like that a lot better. Yeah, it was just that one needed trimming. That is a lot better. No bowed bits. Okay. Next, I want to lay a piece. It's going to cover everything because I want it down to the bottom. You could cut pieces no, because I want it all covered, don't I? So I need 2 pieces that are approximately, this is 8, isn't it? So I'll do 7 3/4. 7 3/4 would be fine. That should give me enough space. Okay. This is a piece that's just 10 centimetres. I don't know, let's say 4 inches. 2 pieces joined together. So what did I say? 7 3/4. Seven 3/4 roughly there. Okay. My blade is blunting. I can feel it blunting. Okay, and I want to join these 2 together to make one very, very long piece. So this bit is going on the inside of this, okay? So this is where it starts getting really annoying. Bear in mind, this is going on the inside. Up against there. Okay, you want to score it just before that, and then move that along, and then score that one just before the gap, move it to pass the gap on that side, and again mark it in front this side of that tiny gap, move it along to the other side, and then this is my plan anyway. I'm not going to say it's going to work out all right. There are no guarantees. Okay, so my score lines are now, because this is stressing me out, I'm going to put this to one side and forget about it for a moment. This goes like this. Ta-da. Okay, I now have to make this long one. Now this long one, rather interestingly, or not, wraps around the outside of this. So if it's wrapping around the outside, if I start it there and leave a tiny little gap, my score line will be to the outside edge of that, because it has to wrap around that, then I have to move that score line back to this side. Do this side, all that, and back, this side, back, and then this side. So, this might not work. Okay. Certainly bits are going out the wrong way. You should be in, you should be in, you should be in. I'm going to stick this together. This may not be the right thing to do, but I'm going to give it a go. Right. I'm going to glue this back together. Like so. Pop it in my box for a mo, because I need to make sure this does not want to go in at the moment. Okay, let's try again. Right, I'm leaving it proud slightly. I haven't done my score lines. My score lines. This is going to be a hard one because it's going to be right on the flipping join, and that annoys me. But it is what it is. So I'm just marking these score lines. Okay. Now I also want to mark it at about an inch. About an inch and a quarter. I'm going to do an inch and a quarter. So I've done my score lines after measuring it up against my box, and now just scored an inch and a quarter off one side. I now want to get my scissors and just cut down on the score lines on that top inch and a quarter, nowhere else. Okay, now I need to see how this wraps around my box. Should, starting there, wrap around my box and fit perfectly. This is the plan. Like I said, I'm not promising it's going to work. Because the big bit, that slips inside. Okay, so I can see that this is going to work. She says. Okay, and I'm just going to put some glue. Bum, 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 bum. Here. Okay, and I'm going to lift this out and lay it down, and then that's the wrong side. That was not a very good start, was it? Right up to the edge and then hopefully this will wrap round and I can sort of move it, and if it's not, you get back there. If it's not scored quite correctly, just let it do its thing. Okay, so I shouldn't have cut those bits at the top first. Still, it is what it is. Once again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip this down and hopefully get it all in inside the box. Now, it takes a little bit of finagling. Trust me when I tell you, it looks so much neater than doing separate little bits on each side. I might put double-sided sticky tape on this. Just to make it easier. Right, here we go. A bit of double-sided sticky tape. I need this to be right. Let's go for this one. In, and I need it there, I think. Yep. Then I'm going to go over again. This needs to be on the inside, so let's go over. This on the inside. I'm just going to bend that there. Better. Bend that there. Okay, so double-sided sticky tape makes this a lot easier. And then bump, 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 bump. Okay. Don't cut these bits until after you've sorted out where it goes. Okay, now let's pop this in at the edges. In it goes. Come on. That's all in. That's all in. That's all in. You can put a bit of glue there if you want. And in it goes. Down to the bottom. Okay, so now you want to tuck in these bits. I can see there's going to be a bit of a problem with this one, but if I fold that down, that should be fine, like that. Okay, you want to score in the edges any way you can. And then you don't have to worry too much about any gaps on top showing. So I'm just going to I'm going to cut that off slightly. And I do mean slightly. That was not slightly enough. Oh, sometimes. There. Where else have I got one? There. Basically, I'm just cutting off the score line. It's like 0.5 millimetre. Right. Right. I am going to make special effort. Excuse me. To glue this piece down because I want it to be neat. So this one's going down first because it's getting in the corner, and then this one's going down like that. I just broke my nail! Ow! And I do seriously mean I just broke my nail. Okay, now I'm gonna take off that little bit there. What's blinking important? Sorry, just checking my phone. Temu. I refuse to use Temu anymore. It's con. And I will not purchase anything from Temu anymore. It's just, like I said, I think it's con. And to a certain degree it is, because it's all geared up to obviously making them money. And yeah. I'm fed up with being taken advantage of by big companies, and Temu's becoming, and I know people love Temu, they absolutely love it. I don't, not anymore. Just going to see if my lid fits, but there's my lid. Perfect. My lid fits, and it is a very, very good. So I'm trying not to show you. Don't look at my nail. No, I broke it. So yeah. Now, now I think it's time to. I'm going to have to glue this in. I'm going to have to, and I think it's going to have to be. How much have I got of this left? Okay, we're going bum, 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 bum. Bum. Okay. And all this without the glasses on. Okay. Now then, this is going to be so difficult. Why did I just do this? Here it goes. Come on, come on, come on. Right, down it goes. Now I'm going to press so that this is there permanently. Right. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to give this a quick varnish. So that might help. And I'm going to leave that for a little bit, and then I'm going to come in and do this bit. Now this bit is the inner. Cool, I didn't do that very well, did I? And this has to go right down to the bottom. So, okay. Pick a point. You could have just rolled up a piece of paper and put it in here, I suppose, but then that would make it really much easier, wouldn't it? So I'm just putting this bit of paper in and pressing it into the corners. And like I said, this has to go right down to the bottom. Okay. So if you just put a piece of paper in and then start scoring it whilst it's inside, that'll be much, much easier, to be honest. I am going to have to redo mine. One. And this one is on here. Sorry. Yeah, don't score your paper, just roll it up and then start doing it as you yeah, press it into the edges as you no, it's that one. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Press it into the edges. Moving. Oh, nothing new there then. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut this one off. Casually, as you do. Right. That should now fit in and drop down nicely like that. Ooh, okay. So yeah. I don't want that there, I want that the other side. I don't want the joins on the same sides. Okay, then all I've got to do is glue this in. Still not too happy about that side. Let's see what. I think it's because it's don't look at my nail. Right. That's better, and as long as it lines up, I'm okay. So yeah, glue this in if you dare. Now what I would suggest is possibly putting some tape at the top, and then, you know, peeling it off bit by bit when it's in there. So lifting the edge and then, you know, do it that way. There's me block. So yeah, let's take off a bit like that, get it in there, and you could, if you wanted to, just put some glue inside. Not a lot, just a bit. Right, now I'm going to fold this right up, drop it in right the way down to where it needs to go. Right down to the bottom. And then I'm going to slowly start peeling off the tape, pressing it down. Right, in the corner. The corners are going to be the only difficult bit, and that's not too bad. So there we go. Around that corner. And this is the one I want to make sure it gets right in. Like that, and then that's the very cat-handed way of doing it. I'm sure you could do it a lot easier and a lot better, but you can see it's very neat, and when you've got your picture papers on here, it'll be lovely. If you want to put your little feet on the bottom, which is what I'm going to do. Let's see if this stays now. Okay. Didn't come out. Okay, that's that. I have repair nails to do. I have a nail repair to do. My brain is gone. Okay, it's going to be a problem with this lid. It's going to be too tight, and I haven't put the paper on the inside. So I'm going to have to find the thinnest paper I possibly can. So as you can see, there are holes in the top. Because I'm having a handle on the top, because I thought that would look really nice. I also picked my papers. One box, because I've got two boxes. One box is going to be this paper, and one box is going to be this paper, which I thought was rather nice. And that will be the sides and the top of each one, but not the bottom, because the bottom will probably be plain black. This also means that on my second box I'm going to have to redo the inside there with a bit of card, but that's okay. I'm worn out. I am totally and utterly worn out. So all I'm going to do is mat with a small space around here and here, and then decide what I'm going to do for the top. This paper pad collection, by the way, is called Magic. It's by Make and Create. It's 230 GSM. it's got some beautiful bits on there, but it also does, let's move this aside, inside there are some pages I would have loved to have used on the outside, but you've got all these lovely cards on. This is one I would have liked to have used. I thought that was lovely, but I don't want to waste these. Actually, that's quite a nice one. That might be more appropriate, actually. I might do that one. I have finished covering the boxes, and focus, thank you. As usual, a mistake was made and I put the wrong lid on the wrong box, but that's okay. They're not that much different. This one's just a little bit loose and that other one's a little bit snug, but it is done. And now what I want to do is get the feet and the, because I'm going to have feet on it as well, I want the feet and the handle on before I finish up for the night, so that I am, what is the word? I can leave it to dry. What did I do with my brads? I think I'm going to use these. These are bigger and they've got longer legs, but with the glue I'm hoping they'll be long enough. Let's have a look. And I do like the resin glue where you mix the two bits together, but it's a bit smelly. And I still can't. Okay. Oh, I got it. I got some. Right. I'm just gonna wipe some of that off. Now I'm gonna have to go over it because I've got to line up the hills, because I don't want, oh, too late. So I didn't want to get glue everywhere. Right, now I'm just going to drop those in. 1. 2. Right. Oh, crikey, that went for a proper wander, didn't it? Right, now there is a little bit of leg back here. Right, actually there's more than I thought. There's that one, and then there's that one. Right, I'm going to leave that to set. Let's put these out the way. Now, my choice is, do I put them on and leave them to dry this way round? Or do I put them on and then... I think I'm going to have to do it this way round, aren't I? So, I'm going to stick... Oh, I didn't put the bottom of that down, did I? I don't think that's going to make much difference. No. I do have corner clamps somewhere, you know. I think that's going to be fine. So I'm going to put a bit here. Of course, I still can't flipping squeeze this. The glue's fine. The bottle's absolutely no good anymore. Right. No going back now. There just for a second. I'm going to wipe away just that bit and carry on. And then tomorrow, when I am feeling, hopefully it'll be cooler tomorrow. It can be much hotter, surely. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah, when I come back tomorrow, after having a nice rest, this should be dry enough, and I will show you what they look like. But until then, ta-ra! So here we are, I have finished. That's the top of the box. I left everything overnight to dry. This is the loose lidded box. I've done the feet. After I put the feet on, I put this on and then just cut off the paper so that it fitted in nicely. So there you go. Lovely little feet, lovely little box. I'm really pleased with this one, even with all the hassle that came with it. The easiest thing to do was to put the feet on. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I will be back to fill this box in a bit. Bye for now.